Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. You guys, today I'm going to be presenting you with a brand new deck. I don't even know if it's out on the market yet. I don't think it is out on the market. And it is called the Alcento Tarot by Michael J. Auger. And this deck was sent to me by US Game Systems. They asked me if I could review the deck. I said yes. It looks like a different deck to me. Apparently it comes with like 100 cards. It looks different. It looks sort of silly to me. Let's see what this deck is all about. I haven't even unwrapped it yet, you guys. This is the back of the box. And here it gives us a little bit of an indication of what this deck is all about. So it's inspired by the early Marseille and the Minchiate Tarot. It's has 100 cards. It incorporates zodiac cards, all 7 virtues, and the lesser known triumph cards, including the dragon and the grail. So it is all new to me, you guys. So pause your device and read that if you like. Here it gives you a sample of 4 cards that come in the deck. And let's see what this beauty is all about. This is the side of the box, and the bottom of the box, as you can see, it is by US Game Systems, as I mentioned. And let's unpack this guy and see what this deck is all about, you guys. I just received it, so I do not know what I'm going to be looking at. This is rather a large box, by the way. It's got that rose petal feeling here on the front of the box, and the whole box has got that sort of same feeling. It opens here on the sides. It's got sort of an indentation. So if you guys are familiar with these decks, you'll know what that indentation looks like. And this is what the inside of the box looks like. This is the book that comes with it, you guys. It is over 141 pages. It has dedications and thanks, you guys. Then there's the table of contents, the minor arcana, major arcana, the zodiac cards are here. And then it just gives you a little bit of reading the cards, the tree of life, about the author, endnotes, and bibliography, you guys. So it is in black and white. It doesn't have any color. It gives you a picture of the card, and then it gives you the meaning of the cards. And you can go ahead and pause your device right there if you're interested in looking, or if you want to read that to see how that reads. And that's pretty much the book in a nutshell. Let's see what these cards are all about, you guys. So they're divided in 2, as you can see here. Here you have one stack, here you have another stack. I don't know if they are in order or what, but we are going to find out. Let's take the cellophane out, and let's take the cellophane out of the other one, you guys, or off of it, right? We're going to put the box away because it is just huge and I don't really have room for it. Look at this, you guys. It's a thick bundle. I had no idea. It is really thick. I can still hold it with my hand, and I don't have very long fingers, as many of you know. They are gilded in black, which I find really, really cool. And this is what the back of the card looks like. It looks like they are reversible. Yeah, they're totally reversible. So for those of you that read in reverse, that's wonderful. And let's see how big they are. I'm comparing this to the Centennial Edition. So you guys, let's look at this, guys. Let's see what this deck is all about. We're starting with the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Discs, and it looks like very colorful to me. So that's one of the first words that come to mind when I'm looking at this deck, the Two of Cups. It also looks like it might be a friendly deck for beginners. So if you're starting with tarot and you're learning how to use the tarot, this is the Three of Cups, through the RWS, it looks like this deck is going to be a perfect companion for that. Now, this is the Three of Discs. The only thing that I think might get a little bit confusing about this deck, the Four of Wands, the Four of Discs, is that it has over 100 cards. So we're used to only having 78 cards on the deck, right? So this one has over 100 cards. But what you can do so that you don't get confused if you're starting with tarot is you can take those extra cards out and just work with the 78 cards that come with this normally that come with the tarot decks. So you can always take those extra cards and just use the 78 cards that we usually get for the tarot, because this looks so simple. It looks friendly. It looks like one of those decks that would be perfect for a beginner. Those are the things that come to mind. 6 of discs, 7 of swords, 7 of cups, because it looks totally RWS to me. The 7 of discs, and of course I'm going faster than usual because it is over 100 cards, you guys, and I don't want the video to be so long. You guys have things to do, and we want to look at the cards, but we don't want to take forever, right? So the 8 of cups, and I think it sort of gives you an idea. Once again, I find it to be very colorful. I find it to be friendly if you're beginning with tarot. This is the 9 of cups. I find it that if you're learning with the RWS, this might be 9 of wands. This might be a deck that could be perfect for you if you're starting. This is the 10 of swords. This is the 10 of cups. I don't find that this deck is going to scream at you. I think when immediately as I look at this deck, I don't think it's going to scream at you. I don't think it's going to demand so much. I'm looking at these images and I'm thinking that they're very friendly if you're starting with tarot. That's what I would definitely say. This is the Page of Cups, Page of Wands. It looks a bit like on the cartoon side, if I could say, or if I could refer to it that way. Page of Discs. It's very colorful. I see the images are as something that are not so demanding or that they're going to cause any stress. And I think if you're starting to do readings, I think this is going to be a deck that it's going to be friendly to you and to your seeker. Oh, there's the Queen of Swords. Look at that, you guys. Her sword is still tainted with blood. And there's the head of somebody. Apparently she just cut the head of somebody. This is a very don't mess with me, fellows, and don't F with me, fellows, sort of a scene. If you guys know that movie, maybe some of you know that movie, maybe some of you don't know that movie, but this card reminds me of that. That comes from that movie, Mommy Dearest. Queen of Cups. So as I was saying, and it's very colorful, and I think that the messages are very clear. And I think, once again, if you're starting with tarot, this might be a great deck for you. I think that these drawings are not really hard to describe. I think that this is very, very friendly. The fact that it has some sort of a cartoonish, sort of a child feel to it, I think allows it to be a lot friendlier to a beginner. That's the King of Wands. These are some of the words that come to mind when I'm going through this deck. This is the Magician. So we're getting into the major arcana. This is the High Priestess. The Empress. Very, very pregnant there. A lot of purples. A lot of primary colors is what I can think of. I don't know that these drawings are my favorite drawings, but at the same time, I think we can say that they are friendly enough that if you're starting, I think it would be a great deck. Even if you're seasoned, you know, and you want something that is light. Let me just rephrase that. It looks like a very friendly deck to me. It looks like one of those decks that is not going to create stress. This is Justice. It looks like one of those decks that this is Time or the Hermit, that is not going to the wheel create a lot of maybe having to think about what it means. I think it's very straightforward. I think you're going to receive very straightforward messages. This is the Hanged Man. Death card. Temperance. The Devil. Is this one of those decks that I'm going to be going to all the time? No, but I think if I have a seeker that is sort of the sea goat, the centaur, and these are the other cards that deviate from the regular tarot. So this must be the zodiac cards, you guys. The Serpent Bearer, the Scorpion, the Scales. Of course, these are the zodiac cards. The Maiden, the Lion. It is inspired on the minchiate. So, and the minchiate is like that, you guys. So that makes total sense. The Crab. And I have a couple of minchiate decks, and I've yet to do a review on my minchiate decks, and I look forward to doing it because I have a gorgeous minchiate. Well, I have a couple, but there's one in my collection that is absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to do a review on that one. So the ram, the two fishes, the fool, charity, yeah, it's based on the minchiate, as you can see, faith, hope, the dragon, the grail, prudence, falconer, visions, the world soul, fame, the sun, the moon, the star, and finally the tower, you guys. And so you guys, when it comes to shuffling this deck, it shuffles pretty well. Remember that this is lighter cardstock because there is so many of them. I think they did that on purpose so that people can actually hold the whole deck. And so I have taken out some of the extra cards because it is inspired on the minchiate. So I've taken out those cards and I left only the 78 cards. We're going to ask this deck how we're going to be able to work together. So you guys, this is doing a spread and how that works, and that works fairly well because this cardstock is rather thin. So let's pick 5 cards and let's see what this deck is going to have to say to us. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, card number 5. Card number 1, you guys, what makes you unique as a deck? The Page of Cups. I guess this deck is going to bring out new emotions, you guys. I guess this deck is going to let me see what new emotions there is out there. What this deck is going to bring to me is, as I can say it, new emotions, you guys. Card number 2, what quality is most important for me to develop as a reader? The Chariot, you guys. Learning how to move on, learning how to control things and to really expand a bit more and be a little bit more imaginative, letting the deck take me to places that I've never been before. Card number 3, how can I best learn from and collaborate with you? The Queen of Cups, you guys, hopefully with a lot of compassion, hopefully with that mother sort of nurturing feeling. This is how this deck and I are going to be able to collaborate with each other, you guys. Card number 4, what do you see as the potential outcome from our relationship? The Two of Discs, you guys. We're going to have to balance each other out. We're going to have to juggle. So we're going to have to make decisions. We're going to have to juggle. We're going to have to balance things out. That's what that deck and I are going to have to do together. What advice do you have for me right now? I love this card. What is it? This is Justice. So you guys, that goes without words. Learn how to be more fair. Trust in what's coming. You have done the right things. They are going to be fair. The future will be fair to you. If you've done the right thing, you have nothing to fear. And that's what the Justice card is saying to me. So do the right thing every day, you guys. Be fair and everything will turn out okay. So you guys, that is the Alcento Tarot, and it is by US Game Systems. If you're interested in getting this deck, I've placed the link to where you can buy this deck on the description box. I hope you enjoyed the deck, and I hope, obviously, you guys, the whole idea about this introductions and the whole idea about presenting these decks to you guys is that if this is something that you want, now after my review, you'll know if this is a deck that is worth your time and your money. So you guys, as I always say, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and until the next time.